Well, hello, welcome to Alex Reviews. This is a show where I review things such as restaurants and other food related things. Now today we have something rather special, because today we have a cookbook here, but it's not just any cookbook, it's a video game tie-in cookbook called the Fallout Vault Dwellers Official Cookbook by Victoria Rosenthal. Now, of course, this is some of the older people out there might be asking what is Fallout. Well, I shall explain this to you. Fallout is a post-apocalyptic. It's an open-world RPG set in a nuclear post-apocalypse about a couple of hundred years after the apocalypse has happened, and it basically has a 1950s aesthetic throughout the entire series. And you generally play a hero who goes around through the wasteland, like doing quests and fighting mutants. You know, all that flair. You can like make your own character, make your own story. It's actually pretty decent. Sponsor me, Bethesda. I can do so much for you. Anyway, now onto the book. You can see it is it's quite chunky, it's quite thick, and it costs £17, but I mean, it actually has around a good 79 recipes in there. With hold on, I'm just going to get this open for you. There's about 79 recipes in there, so I would say it's well worth the money, especially if you've always wanted to like live out your dream of making your own Nuka-Cola, which is a kind of drink you can find in the game. In fact, every single recipe in here is actually based on a recipe you can actually find and eat in the game as a character. Anyway, we shall I'll just like zip on over to my reading chair, and I shall go into more detail about the recipes. Now, we're going to start with the contents, and you can see there's a lot of different categories for what to cook. I mean, you have the basics, which can be used over multiple recipes, not just like one. And you have the appetizers, that really starts off your meal with a flair. We have like soups and stews, you know, for those cold winter evenings, or when you just really want soup. I want soup all the time. Sides, that's a lot of, and mains, you know, of course, we always need a bit of main course, indeed we do. We also have dessert, because where would we be without the sweet, decadent embrace of sugar? And not to mention drinks. I mean, we have soft drinks like the Nuka-Cola range, but there's also a few alcoholic drinks there, so like the adults can, you know, cook. Yeah. So before I actually show off any of the ingredients, I would like to show you they also has a bit at the beginning, which actually makes it look almost like a in-universe book, like something you can actually find in the game, with all the illustrations and all the details about being in a vault. I mean, it almost is like a actual in-universe book, aside from the rather high-definition picture on the front, but we won't go into much detail. Right. I mean, although to be fair, it is a alternate 1950s future. It wasn't set after the 1950s. It was set in an America whose culture had permanently stagnated in the 50s. You know, so I mean, it was pretty high tech. So I guess this kind of picture will be possible still. Anyway, so there's a bit of a scrunch here. I don't know what the real word for it is. Okay, just going to get on with that to our first. Now we're going to show you through all the recipes that I would like to make using this book. And then the first one is these deviled eggs, called Yum Yum deviled eggs in universe. now. Oh, we have like pink tags everywhere. Those don't come with the book. We just stuck them in so we could find the recipes again. Now, what a few other details I'd like to mention is that there's a bunch of these handwritten notes in the book as well. Like a wastelander from the main time period of the game actually found a copy of this book and wrote their own additions in. Another pretty good detail that you can, in universe, again in game, part of the central mechanics is special, which helps you customize your character, so you can see how long they can run for, how strong they are, you know, how many bullets they can take to the brain before they die, you know. Now you can see it actually has these little tags. There's a bit of extra detail to show like how each meal will affect your special rating, you know. So you got the Yum Yum deviled eggs. There's a bunch of others. Salmon croquettes, actually Myalurk belly croquettes. They're massively involved horseshoe crabs, by the way, before you ask what they are. Iguana on a stick, which is actually just normal meat kebabs. Have a bit more handwritten scrunch here and there. Bacon wrapped scallops. I've never actually had scallops before, but I really want to give them a try. We're just going to run through these fairly quick. There's also Myalurk claw cakes, or crab cakes, you know, as modern day and age. Desert salad, just going to skip over a bunch of these. Chicken noodle soup, not bad. There's also Tato soup. Anyway, so here we are. Oh, we're coming up to another one of our want to make ingredients. That's the Voltex meaty chili, or Carol's mystery meat stew. Yeah, I wonder what mystery meat it is. And there's Instamash. Now this is a pretty iconic dish from the game. I mean, if you're wondering how all this pre-war food actually still survives, it's like they pumped a bunch of preservatives into it in universe. And also, like, I'm pretty sure Instant Mash could survive the apocalypse anyway. Right, there's something here I also like called the Captain's Feast, and I've like kept putting the tags over the title. Yes. Oh, I haven't missed any, okay. And we're getting on there. The perfectly preserved pie. Now this one I'm most excited to make, because look at this. This is gorgeous. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yes. Now, just gonna keep going on. There's birthday cake. Just gonna Old Lady Palmer's sweet roll. Now that is very good. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of a plot hole here, like how they got hold of an old woman from like 200 years in the future and learnt her sweet roll recipe. Well, I don't know, it's just like some form of shenanigans, brother. Fancy Lad snack cake. There we go. I mean, proof that even in the apocalypse, Twinkies will still live on. You're just gonna let that go. And of course, another icon. Well, not the iconic one yet. Spicy chocolate bundt cake. You know, I mean, it's a chocolate bundt cake, but spicy. Cookies. Now that's another one. Mushroom clouds, which are basically like meringue mushroom clouds. We all need some mushroom clouds in our life. No, we don't. No, that's a bad thing to say. We do not want mushroom clouds. Please do not start a nuclear war. Otherwise, we can't do things like this anymore. Radioactive gumdrops. Nothing like a bit of sour confection to really get your day going. And now we're coming up to the drinks. Now you can, you know, where you can make soft drinks for the kids and sink the sauce as an adult. I presume that's a phrase. Now, Nuka-Cola, probably the most iconic food stuff from Fallout. Well, drink stuff, actually. Nuka-Cola and its different offshoots. Quantum, cherry, quartz, float. Okay, that's actually just a recipe you can make. And then there's like all these alcoholic beverages as well. And this is where it gets boozy. Yeah, okay, not yet. I mean, okay, yeah, that's grenadine, that's pre-boozy. And there's just a bunch of these stim packs. Now these are actually the health kits of the game. I like what this little thing here, because like at the bottom it says what each foodstuff pairs with, and it says it pairs well with human mishaps. So you know, it's pretty funny. There's Radaway, because you can get radiation poisoned. So you need some Radaway to get rid of the radiation, and that's pretty much sums up the entire book in a nutshell. Overall, I'd rate this book a pretty much solid 10 out of 10. And also can't wait to get started on these, because I've got all these tagged in, and they're actually recipes I'm actually going to make over the course of the next few days and weeks, you know, because I'm a bit of a Fallout fan myself. Fallout 76 is coming out soon, very excited, so to celebrate, gonna make some Fallout food. Now, that is the end of today's video. If you like this video, do be sure to like it and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share this on your Facebook and Twitter. And also follow my social media on Instagram, Facebook, and my blog. I shall see you in the next video.